Well, greetings once again from the Wasteland, and welcome to our weekly peek at the highlights of new releases headed to an independent record store near you. Well, we are already headed into September, so here is a list of some of the things that we think are noteworthy for the release of September 2nd, that Friday of 2022, and it is a heavy one this week. Starting things off is something brand new from Megadeth. This is The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, double 180-gram LP vinyl pressing of Megadeth's explosive new album. Features 12 new songs from the titans of thrash metal, including one cut which features the vocal assistance of Ice-T. Yes, Ice-T on there as well. There are two versions of Megadeth's The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, standard black vinyl version, coming in at a list price of about $38, and a deluxe edition, also on black vinyl, but this one has the double LP on the 180-gram vinyl and includes a 7-inch single of We'll Be Back, with the flip side of an unreleased 2021 live version of The Conjuring. This also comes with a lenticular, that is 3D lithograph, and again, this is a limited edition. So the deluxe edition of The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead will list for about $60. Brand new stuff also coming out on September 2nd by King's X. This is their 13th studio album, and it's called Three Sides of One. This is the band's first new music in 14 years. Standard black vinyl edition of this. It's a triple LP, by the way, listing for about $43. Now, our descriptions are a little goofy on this, and this very well could be a mistake, but we're showing an indie exclusive version of this on clear blue vinyl. Both of these, by the way, come with a compact disc version. That indie exclusive we're showing listing for about $45. But we're also seeing another one in here as well, that same triple LP, but it just says colored vinyl, and the list price on that comes in at $48, so I'm not quite sure exactly what is going on with that one. But again, the King's X, the Three Sides of One, triple LP, the standard edition, listing for about $43, and depending upon whether or not this is correct, looks like the indie exclusive version is either going to be $45 or $49 on colored vinyl. And again, those both include compact disc versions of the album as well. Something brand new from a group called The Hammer. This is Cradle of Fire. Our description says this is the debut EP from the new power metal attack, The Hammer. This offers intense and addictive headbanger anthems, so deeply rooted in their straightforward classic power thrash metal inspired by genre legends like Hammerfall and Accept. The Hammer have created their own tectonic metal sound. So this is a 3-song EP plus an intro, and it's here to blast your ears away. Limited edition vinyl on blue wax, and again, this is an EP. By the way, you know this description is serious because they put it in all caps. So the Hammer's Cradle of Fire blue vinyl EP will list for about $20. Also an interesting one from a group called Bob Villain. This is Bob Villain Presents The Price of Life. Unfamiliar with them, but our description says Bob Villain are a 2-piece band that mix punk, rock, grime, rap, amongst other genres, to create a unique style of music that speaks openly on a wide range of topics. I read another one, a description of the band that calls them a British performance art duo. So take what you will out of that. But this one looks like it will list for about $36. New stuff-ish also from Bastille. This is Give Me the Future and Dreams of the Past. After releasing their #1 album, Give Me the Future, earlier this year, the band are adding a further installment to this critically acclaimed release, sharing a 3-part extended edition of the album dubbed Give Me the Future plus Dreams of the Past, which features another album's worth of new songs and collaborations, as well as other goodies. Now, this is a double LP, listing very hefty on the suggested retail side, coming in at about $86. So make sure that you ask for a pre-order on that one if it's on your radar. But Give Me the Future and Dreams of the Past by Bastille on orange and green splattered colored vinyl, again listing for about $86. Lots of cool, heavy stuff on the reissue front for the week of September 2nd as well. Starting off with something from Ministry, Every Day is Halloween. This is the Lost Mixes coming on colored splatter vinyl, orange and black. So limited edition, and this description says it's unearthed from studio tapes. Comes these 2 unreleased mixes of Ministry's electro pop masterpiece Every Day is Halloween. So it looks like it is pretty much just this version. The B-side has a couple of additional tracks as well, Playground and I See Red. So Ministry's EP Every Day is Halloween, the Lost Mixes, lists for about $27. Ministry also has a live classic concert on here as well. This is Live Necromicon. I can't seem to pronounce that quite right. On black and gold splatter vinyl, our description says that this is a vintage live album from Industrial Legends Ministry, captured at the height of their incredible power. So Ministry's live, unpronounceable one by me apparently, will list for about $40. Very interesting looking one from a group called Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13. This is the Late Show. Vinyl LP pressing, the first ever vinyl reissue rather, for North Carolina's horror-themed cult punkers Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13. And this is their debut album, originally released in 1996. Next one coming from Music on Vinyl, and who could this be? Maybe Satan? Sorry, couldn't resist. Music on Vinyl from the band Satan, Court in the Act, limited edition on gold vinyl, again coming from Music on Vinyl. This is, when I say limited edition, by the way, it's 1,000 individually numbered copies on gold 180-gram audiophile vinyl, and this particular album was originally released in 1983. So Satan's Court in the Act on gold-colored vinyl from Music on Vinyl will list for about $40. Also have a found-type album of the 77 Masters from the punk band The Heartbreakers, LAMF, the found 77 Masters. Now, The Heartbreakers are a New York-based band which was formed by Johnny Thunders and Jerry Nolan in April of 1975 after they left the New York Dolls. So The Heartbreakers, LAMF, the found 77 Masters, sounds like it's some lost tapes, will list for about $35 and comes on a pinkish splatter vinyl. Anniversary edition reissue from NoFX, NoFX, White Trash, limited edition sea blue and clear cloudy colored vinyl pressing. White Trash, 2 Hebes and a Bean is the 4th studio album by NoFX, originally released in 1992. So that one again on colored vinyl and will list for about $27. We've got a reissue of Third Eye Blind and their debut studio album, originally released in 1997, Third Eye Blind. This one coming in at a list price of around $35. Looks like it is a, as I mentioned, double LP on black vinyl. Of course, featuring Third Eye Blind's biggest hit, Semi-Charmed Life. So once again, the reissue of Third Eye Blind's self-titled LP is listing for about $35. Kind of a neat one from Stereolab and the 5th in their Switched On series. This is called Pulse of the Early Brain. Our description says this is the 5th and final volume in the classic Switched On series, which compiles non-album tracks and sought-after deep cuts by the group Stereolab. This final volume, though, is unique in that it does not hone in on one particular period from the band, but rather gathers together unavailable tracks from across the band's entire career. So Stereolab's The Pulse of the Early Brain triple LP on black vinyl will list for about $38. Switching gears over to Sun Ra, I guess not switching too far off of Stereolab, come to think of it, but Sun Ra and Ra to the Rescue. This album was originally released in 1983, and the new version comes on limited edition green colored vinyl and has been digitally remastered. So Sun Ra's Ra to the Rescue will list for about $29. We've also got something coming on September 2nd by Thelonious Monk. This is the London Collection, Volume 3. This is the 3rd and final installment of Thelonious Monk's London Collection, his last recording session as a band leader. The recording features the legendary pianist and composer on 6 solo performances, as well as 5 numbers with bassist Al McKibben and drummer Art Blakely. Our description goes on to say it was remastered from the original analog tapes by Bernie Grundman and pressed on 180-gram audiophile vinyl. The London Collection Volume 3 from Thelonious Monk will list for about $30. Next up is some tremendously obscure psychedelic rock from the 23rd Turnoff. This is Michael Angelo, the complete 1967 recordings. Our description says this is the first LP edition of complete recordings from the mysterious British psychedelic pop group the 23rd Turnoff. Originating from the ashes of Liverpool Mercy Beat band The Kirby's, they feature cult singer-songwriter Jimmy Campbell, who penned all of the songs. However, with only one majestic and albeit commercially unsuccessful single to their name, the band was destined for obscurity, only to be rediscovered later thanks to these rescued acetate recordings. So Michelangelo, the complete 1967 recordings, presents the 13 tracks originally released on CD in 2004 in a gloriously restored format, along with a couple of previously unreleased tracks, including a vastly different recording of another Vincent van Gogh. This package includes a printed insert with a detailed band history and some rare photos. Limited edition, the 23rd turnoff, Michelangelo, the complete 1967 recordings, will list for about $25. A neat live performance from Chris Christopherson. This is live at Gilley's, Pasadena, Texas, from September 15th of 1981. Comes on standard black vinyl from New West Records, listing for about $32. There is also an indie exclusive version of this on red and white vinyl, also listing for about $32. And then wrapping up our slate of reissues for the week of September 2nd is a quartet from Elton John, Sir Elton John himself. We've got 4 different ones, and hopefully they'll all arrive for those that want them. We've got a reissue of A Single Man, which at the time was one of the most eagerly anticipated albums of Elton John's career. This is a single LP, a 2022 remastered edition on 180-gram black vinyl. Also expected from Elton John is Breaking Hearts, originally released in 1984. This is also a new 2022 remastered edition on 180-gram black vinyl. Love Songs is also due, originally released in 1995. This is a double LP set and also a 2022 remastered edition on 180-gram black vinyl. And finally, the Captain Kidd release from Elton John, originally released in 2006. This was Elton's 28th studio album, and our description says it is a direct sequel to the 1975 album Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. So this newly remastered 2022 is a single LP package containing 2 booklets, lyrics, and scraps, kind of like Captain Fantastic did, and comes on 180-gram black vinyl. As far as suggested retail price, we've got A Single Man clocking in at around $30. Breaking Hearts also for $30. Love Songs, the double LP, has a suggested list price of $46, and Captain Kidd comes in at a suggested retail price of $33. So that is a quick look at the highlights for the new releases due on Friday, September 2nd. As always, if you see something you'd like us to try to get a hold of here at the store, please contact us and we'll get you down for a pre-order. Just as a reminder, just because we include these in this video does not necessarily mean that everything will show up on time due to, well, the state of the world, production delays, shipping delays, you name it. Sometimes that has an effect on them. But if you get your order in as quickly as you can, we'll do our best to get a hold of them for you. Well, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see all sorts of cool content on our channel. And we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks.